It'll take penalty kicks to find a winner of the 2018 Big Ten Women's Soccer Tournament. Both teams huddled up. Dean Linke along with Kate Markgraf. Once again, the Big Ten Women's Soccer Tournament being held at Grand Park in Westfield, Indiana. As you see our Dr. Pepper tournament look, penalty kicks to find a winner, Kate.
Yeah, when you see a 1v7, you think one's going to walk away with it. And although Penn State had the majority of possession, they weren't able to capitalize on their chances. And now Minnesota takes the #1 team in the conference into penalty kicks.
I got to know, I asked you that other question about how to manage overtime. What do you do with your goalkeepers? You know, as a former center back at the highest level, do you even look at the goalkeeper, your goalkeeper, the one that you played in front of the entire game?
You just have to know your goalkeeper. Some goalkeepers want you to get in their face and pump them up, and some don't even want you to look at them. They want to be in their own world. So it just takes that understanding between players that develop and that rapport that builds after time spent together to know what each one needs.
First PK shootout in the championship game, and it's happening right here in Westfield, Indiana. Penn State going for the double. It'll be the 7th time if they can win on penalty kicks that Penn State has won the regular season and the Big Ten tournament in the same year. Minnesota, they've won this tournament twice, including just 2 years ago in 2016 when Stephanie Golan was your Big Ten Coach of the Year. Maddie Nielsen trying to act calm. You got to believe there's some nerves fluttering around for the sophomore.
There are nerves, but in the end, the onus is on the kicker. As a goalkeeper, your only job is to do what you're going to do and play solid, and don't make a mistake. Let them beat you. Don't beat yourself. I'm a firm believer in not guessing and just trying to go for it. And when you think you know where they're going, go that way. Don't just pick one side. Force them to beat you.
That's a great point. You think about the pressure on the goalkeepers. It is not easy walking that 30 yards forward, taking that ball, putting it down on the spot. There's a lot of marbles churning around there too, right, for the players taking the kicks.
And you're going to watch the gamesmanship from the goalkeepers. This is a total mental game where you're trying to mess with the player by taking time, avoiding going to the line until you absolutely have to, trying to make eye contact to disrupt the kicker's focus. And you're seeing it right now, just a slow walk back by Dennis.
April Bakken will go first. She did not look at Dennis at all. Zero eye contact. Waiting for the whistle is Bakken. Dennis set. Bakken perfectly struck inside the post. And the first one is good for Minnesota.
And the sigh of relief when you make that first kick, not only as a kicker, but just as a veteran to put this team on. Dennis covered some significant ground on her dive, but just too much power and action inside netting. That was unsavable.
Little wry smile there from Bakken. And now Emily Ogle, redshirt senior. Both teams starting with their veterans. The Big Ten Forward of the Year putting it by. Now the Big Ten Midfielder of the Year. Whistle. Ogle, deep breath, goes forward, and Nielsen guessed right and almost got her paw out to it, but 1-1 Ogle with the finish.
And I love that the leaders are the first ones taking it. The quick step up, opens her hips up at the last moment. Not enough time for Nielsen to read it, to get something on it. And just execute it, 1-1.
So here comes Heslin. I wonder if Stephanie Golan will go all seniors here. Emily Heslin, the number 6 midfielder, plays that holding mid spot. Heslin, oh no! And she hit it too high over the crossbar, and certainly disappointment for the senior from Woodbury.
And she steps up, and look at how long her approach is, and she goes with the inside of her foot and lifts it. Usually with the inside of the foot, you get a little bit more accuracy, and that she gets underneath it and goes off the crossbar, and you get to see her fellow teammate trying to calm her down in Bakken.
All right, number 27, Marissa Shiva. She scored the thrilling winner against Michigan in the first game of the Big Ten tournament, and she's a senior from Sellersville, PA, part of that Penn Fusion program. So now Nielsen gonna try to deny Shiva. Shiva, and Shiva misses, and here we go. One good, one bad for both teams.
And that's just too much time to think about it. You should already know where you're going before you go. She does that, but she takes a big deep breath, so many steps out wide. And this is all mental. There is no reason why anyone who plays soccer that can't do it. And trust me, I didn't take that many penalty kicks. I didn't want to. So this isn't me saying this is easy. I took one in my career at the international level. But this is such a mental mind game. You need those people that are rock solid to be able to convert it.
Haley Hartkemeyer, look at that. One step in as Haley Hartkemeyer, a junior from Wisconsin. How about that? Didn't play at all. And that is a smile well-deserved.
And look how quick that is, right? The whistle blows and she quickly goes. There's not enough time to think about it, and she puts it away.
Unbelievable moment for the junior. And gives Minnesota, at the moment, a 2-1 lead, but Penn State on the back half of these alternating penalty kicks through 5 rounds. Shea Moyer, sophomore, with the whistle. Deep breath, takes her time. Moyer, out, she misses it. And Minnesota in good shape here, up 2-1 through 3.
And it just comes down to this moment. Doesn't matter how well you play, and just totally gets on the inside of the ball. It's interesting, the players that have missed it have chosen the inside of their foot and gone with power and getting too much underneath it. That one just completely missing the net. Just bad foot placement.
Stephanie Golan going deep to her bench. You can take any player you want that is eligible. They did not have to play in the game, as we already saw a moment ago with Hartkemeyer coming on. And now it's going to be Haley Menace, who also hasn't played, the junior from McLean, Virginia. Menace! Oh, and it's off the crossbar, and she clangs it. And now Penn State can tie it right back up here with the 4th penalty kick. It's 2-1. Penn State still to go with their 4th.
And the short kick up, and she's trying to chip the keeper, thinking the keeper's gonna go down. And just the too much underneath it gets the crossbar.
Number 5, Maddie Nolf.
All right, so Maddie Nolf will step forward for Penn State. Also a redshirt senior, a key part of that 2015 national championship team. Maddie Elliston Nolf to try to tie it through the first 4 PKs. Nolf, extra second, extra breath, and then the hammer, and through 4, just like that. Each team have made 2 of their first 4 kicks.
Just look at the excitement, the happiness, knowing that she got her team back into it 2-2. Not perfectly taken, but enough power to beat Nielsen, and Nielsen keeping her team's head up. This is all on the kickers. This has really very little to do with the goalkeepers. They just have to play big.
So number 4, Caitlin Haslip will take it, and an easy done job. 3 players off the bench for Stephanie Golan. This one a freshman, so clearly penalty kicks have been a key issue. And Haslip, was Emily Peterson, my bad, reverse there. Emily Peterson, the senior, getting it done, of course. The information reverse. Emily Peterson stepped right up and nailed it.
And now you're going to have the other center back on the other side. Big Ten Defender of the Year. Trying to keep her team in this.
So Peterson makes it 3-2. Nielsen going to try to deny Rio. Oh, and Nielsen has guessed right every single time, but Rio slides it through, and now we'll go to extra PKs.
Tied 3 apiece going into after 5 rounds. Going into round number 6.
And Rio, nothing too deceptive there, but just hits it perfectly. You don't have to do too much. It's just a matter of picking your spot and just hitting it, a nice solid touch to let it convert. And Nielsen, hand strength, not enough to push it away.
TJ McKendrick. How about those quick penalty kicks for Stephanie Golan's team? Emily Peterson, number 4, TJ McKendrick. And now Minnesota's put themselves in a spot again to win.
And everyone has their own style, but I prefer the ones that go quickly because it doesn't allow any time for doubt to creep in your mind as the kicker.
So Penn State pushing forward
Up next
here
for Penn
now.
State, number
Kim
24,
Dubs.
Kim Dubs.
Dubs over it. Nielsen ready. Dubs to extend the PKs with the shot. Oh, and Nielsen had guessed again. She's guessed right every single time, but just getting by her and more extra PKs.
And that is the one
Going to round number
that
7.
Nielsen could have saved.
For Minnesota.
It's not well hit,
Number
it's
2,
bouncing.
McKenzie.
And just because it's hit a
Liza.
little bit slower was the only way she could have gotten something onto it, because it was accurately placed, just didn't have a ton of power.
Mackenzie Langdock. Dennis ready, and Langdock, what a beautiful finish. And Minnesota again in position to win it if Nielsen can deny Penn State.
And this is a great taken
for the
PK.
Nittany
3
Lions.
steps, boom, power,
19.
pace, and just converts
Ricky
it. Side netting.
Tagliaferri.
Dennis could have done nothing about that one.
So Frankie Tagliaferri, first team all Big Ten, sophomore against sophomore here. Nielsen ready, Tagliaferri to extend the game. And Nielsen has given Minnesota the 2018 Big Ten Women's Soccer Championship and a spot in the NCAA tournament.
Coming into this conference play, Minnesota was on the wrong side of the bubble in order to control their destiny, to be in the driver's seat. Their goal is to win this thing out so they could earn a spot in postseason play and extend their season, rewarding those seniors that have dedicated so much to the program. Penn State had their opportunities. They had the lion's share of possession. They created more dangerous chances, but they weren't able to execute. Took the Nittany Lions to penalty kicks, and Nielsen coming up big with the save.
This senior class has been amazing, taking the stairs for Stephanie Golan and the Minnesota Golden Gophers. Emily Peterson coming up big, Maddie Castro coming up big, and Nielsen with the save. The sophomore wanted to do it right for the seniors and this team that has been together, and they'll take home the title. Minnesota Golden Gophers, your 2018 Big Ten Tournament champions. Maddie Nielsen with the save. And the Golden Gophers have punched their ticket to the NCAAs, their second Big Ten championship in the last 3 years. Dr. Pepper Tournament look, most important look is Minnesota is your champion. Congratulations to Stephanie Golan and the Minnesota Golden Gophers. Our final score in PKs, Minnesota takes it. For Kate Markgraf, I'm Dean Linke. Field Hockey Championships coming up next on the Big Ten Network. The Gophers have won it here in Indy.